So, good evening, or did I say good afternoon to the side of the world. It's me, the Lock Robster, the MNL48, bring you a new vlog. And it's a much anticipated vlog, which is my experience at the third MNL48 Virtual Handshake Event, Day 2. Yes, and I thank those who had the opportunity of watching uh, my first vlog, which is the day 1 of my virtual handshake experience. Okay, so highly appreciated, guys. Okay, I know it took a while for me to get day 2 up. Took about a week, yeah, to do it. Usually I do this quickly as possible. I thought I'll be able to do it in a few days after day 1. However, because of work, sometimes I get home exhausted and I just wanted to like rest my body and being at my age, yeah, even though I don't look it, I'm really feeling, uh, what do you call this? The ravages of time on my body. Okay, that's why I need quite the rest. Okay, so before I actually go on um, to talking about day 2, I forgot a part of the story regarding day 1. Okay, so this actually involves Deanne, Rihanna, and Colleen. Okay, so yeah, so I believe I mentioned it when I wasn't able to see Deanne since I missed her scheduled time. She actually had one ticket, and I actually brought it down to Rihanna so I could see her double time. Basically, she has two tickets. Okay, and I forgot, I believe, the part there where I mentioned to Rihanna that you should thank Deanne because if I hadn't missed, if I hadn't missed her schedule, I wouldn't be able to see her double time. Okay, and Rihanna kind of said, "Oh yeah, I'll talk to her," like that, or thank her in some manner, like that. Okay, yeah, because I didn't really had any hopes of seeing Diane after missing her time. However, like towards the end, as I mentioned in day 1 vlog, that the admins were kind enough to allow me to see her, and thank God that she was still there. Okay, and yeah, but then I guess you should question, since I already used Diane's ticket on Rihanna, where did I get the ticket? Okay, so this goes to Colleen now. So Colleen, I had reserved 2 tickets. Okay, so I took one of Deanne's ticket, not Deanne, one of Colleen's ticket to use on Deanne, so I'll be able to see her towards that end of day 1. Okay, so there you go. So that's that's the story basically, and basically that I have reserved one ticket for Colleen. Okay, uh, to see her, but I wasn't able to see her on day 1, which I kind of explained there, and it was in my hopes that I would be able to see her on day 2, since the admins were kind enough to do it for me on day 1. Why not day 2? Yeah, so that kind of vlog kind of ended in a cliffhanger like that. Was I able to see Colleen on day 2? Well, just wait and see. Okay, so so day 2 comes, but before that, I was actually at church during the time for practice. Okay, uh, as part of the musical group. Yeah, so this was like around the afternoon of Saturday. Okay, yeah, and I know it's like Sunday morning in the Philippines around that time. Okay, so I was hoping to finish music the church music practice early so I could set up properly. Okay, since as part of music group, I'm only part of the technical side, not the singing part, as I'm a really bad singer. Okay, so I really wanted to get home to get set up for the Zoom event. Okay, it's because that sometimes my laptop here, sometimes it's not, you could say, sinusumpong. Minsan ay mag-connect yung internet. Kaya kailangan ko siya bigyan ng time para sabihin natin uminit at malipas yung sumpong niya para dire-diretso yung takbo niya. Ganon. Okay, so uh, church practice went well, and I was able to get home here like around 8 p.m. And the event starts at 9 p.m. California time. Okay, and that would be like around 1 p.m. Philippine time. Okay, so when I was able to set up, everything went through fine. Okay, no hassles. Okay, so I waited for the time to come. Much like day 1, the format was almost like the a real handshake event with stations 1 and 2. Okay, so at 1 starts at 1 p.m. as I mentioned to 1:30. Those are scheduled are on station 1 Isabel and on station 2 Gia. Okay. Oh, and before I get on to that, actually for this particular day, I decided to change up my outfit again. Okay, and I decided to switch to my black long sleeve shirt and decided to wear my bow tie. Okay, and a bow tie again, but in a rainbow colored bow tie. Okay, so let me just show you a picture of that. If you've seen my, on my YouTube channel, the cover or the banner of my YouTube page shows what I look like wearing that outfit. Okay, but here's a picture of me that I actually took during that time while I was doing the Zoom event. Okay, so yeah, here we go. There you go. Yeah, so it looks familiar, huh? Down the banner of my YouTube channel with a black shirt and uh, rainbow bow tie. Okay, like that. Okay. As you notice, I'm wearing glasses here. Okay, much like in the banner cover page. Yeah, but I didn't wear the glasses all the time, and I'll let you know why. Okay. Okay. So after going through that, the outfit change and all that, just to make how do you call this? That saying again. Dress for the occasion. Okay, like that. Okay, so uh, we were in the waiting room. Okay, and there seemed to be some kind of delay, with that. But we didn't really get anxious about it. Okay, as the waiting room was lively this time. Yeah, if day one was pretty quiet, day two was pretty lively since we actually had an Indonesian fan of JKT48 named Rista making conversation within the waiting room, and some of us participated, including me. Yeah, we introduced ourselves, where we're from. You know, I know Unupi was there. Um, who else? I'm drawing a blank on some of the members, on some of the MNLs that are in um, that waiting room because we had really fun. We made kind of like jokes there, here and there, and yeah, she was very Rista was quite the fan. Okay, and she actually mentioned that she's there to see Isabel and I believe Dana as well. She's really fans of both those girls. Okay, okay. So after quite a while, finally the links came. Miss May came in to explain the rules. Yeah, and later on we finally got the link. Okay, so I exited the waiting room and went into the room for Isabel, waiting to be called up. Okay, so I was there waiting. I'm not sure how long I waited. Let's say maybe 5 minutes or so, and then suddenly I got the host of Isabel's room ended the session, which kind of like surprised me. But like, what happened? Okay, because suddenly, oh god, I'm finally getting flashbacks from the very first virtual handshake back in August of 2020, and it was also during my time. Well, my wait for Isabel. Yeah, so I was like, because there was some delay, technical difficulties, all that. I was in line waiting to be called up to see Isabel. But then, because of the long wait, her time went over time, and they decided to like just end everything, and I was never got to see Isabel because of that, and and suddenly that all came back to me. And what was odd or a coincidence about it is because during the first virtual handshake event, Isabel was actually the second girl I wanted to see, and since I never got to see Isabel, her ticket went down to the following member I want to see, which is Gia. Okay, and this particular schedule, I did Isabel was first, and then was going to be followed by Gia. Okay, in which I already had two tickets reserved for her to see her since I missed her, since she wasn't there at the second Virtual Handshake Event. Okay. So yeah, so that feeling of, oh God, I'm not going to be able to see Isabel was going through my mind. So I went back to the waiting room, and everyone else kind of like was also back there because their link with Isabel didn't go through. Well, I mean, the host ended the room, so we all had to go back and find out what's going on. So once again, it was kind of like a technical difficulty going on there. So so we had to wait to get the link again. Okay, and this was really eating up this time of 30 minutes on the schedule. Okay, so I think it was like around like close to the end that we got our links and we're able to go into the room to see Isabel, and thank God I was able to get in. Okay, and see Isabel for the second time. Well, second, third time. Well, maybe I'll do a list of which members I was able to see face to face virtually. Okay, maybe that's a future vlog thing about. Okay, so yeah, I was able to see Isabel, and yeah, and Isabel was kind of like happy to see me. Yeah, seeing my bow tie, saying I'm cute, and then uh, asking if I was going to go to the concert. Well, naturally, I can't. I had to say no. I can't. I had to apologize. All that. But yeah, she remembers me as Lock Robster and all that. So I was glad I was able to see Isabel again. Okay, and so my worries about happening that unfortunate thing happening again from the first VHE did not occur. Okay, okay, so that was 20 seconds with Isabel right there. Okay, so okay, so due to the unfortunate incident of this technical difficulty during this the scheduled time regarding Isabel, when I wanted to see, I went back to the waiting room, so asked to see Gia, uh-huh, for 2 tickets. Yeah, it was like way past the time now, and they were already doing the 1:30 2 p.m. time, which was Andy on station 1 and Jem on station 2. Okay, so I kind of like asked the admin privately in the chat, oh, I'm not able to see Gia anymore, and the admin said that you could see her in the end, towards the end of day 2. Okay, so during Abby's time, since Abby's the only girl on station 2, uh, I could go. They could get Gia on station 1 during Abby's time, which was like 4:30. Okay, on day 2. Okay, so yeah, so I was very optimistic once again that I'll be able to see Gia later on. Okay, so I held on to those 2 reserved tickets at the time. Okay, so I also asked the admin or Miss May if I'm able to see Colleen. Okay, so I kind of like chatted to her privately, saying that, but she didn't respond to me. And at that moment, okay, so I thought, oh, I'll just ask again later. Okay, so at that moment, I decided to go in and see Andy for 1 ticket. Okay, so yeah, so so during that waiting time, also Rista was still there, and I believe she was also waiting for her fellow Indonesian fans, her, her fellow fans to come into the waiting room and like talk and chat with us. Okay, for a bit. Okay, so I got my link and had to leave the waiting room at that moment to see Andy. Okay, so there you go. So I got in the room to see Andy, and Andy was. I should say she's very quite, I should say maybe tremendously happy to see me, like that, and I guess she must have heard the stories from the other girls that I saw on day 1 regarding my outfit and my bow tie like that, and she was actually anticipating to see me and see what color of bow tie I'd be wearing. Okay, yeah, she saw it was a rainbow one, and yeah, so yeah, she was so very enthusiastic actually to see me, and despite those 20 seconds, yeah, and yeah, and And I guess that's about it. Besides, I think she did ask regarding the concert as well, and I had to apologize for able to come. But yeah, so that was kind of like I should say on day two, that was kind of like the highlight, the early highlight of day two for me, being Andy's enthusiastic welcome of me back to the virtual handshake event. Okay, okay. So after going back, after ending Andy, so I decided to go back waiting room and see Jam. Okay, and I believe a lot of the I noticed some Indonesian fans were also in there, and I believe they're also waiting to see Jam, lining up to see them. Okay, and I decided actually to because when I see Jem, I have this kind of like tradition with Jem. Okay, ever since the first virtual handshake event, I decided to wear glasses. Yeah, every time. Okay, I did that in the first and the second, and decided to do it with the third. Okay, I don't know why. It seems like maybe it's something like since Jem is smart, and maybe these glasses kind of like make me look smart in a way. So um, I never forget. So during this third VHS, I just realized, oh, I need to wear my glasses, just for Jem, and I actually do this just for her. Okay, so when I was able to get that link for Jem, went to her room and I got in, and yeah, so there you go, Jem, as cute as ever, and she called me cute too with my outfit and bow tie, and it's nice to see each other again and all that in that conversation. Yeah. So I only use one ticket for Gem, by the way. And during that time, I kind of mentioned, "Oh, Gem, did you notice that every time I see you, I always wear these glasses?" And yeah, and she said, "Yes, I noticed that." And yeah, so I kind of mentioned it's gonna be kind of tradition from now on. Every time I see you, you'll see me wearing these glasses. Okay, yeah, and she's like, uh, sort of happy regarding that we have this sort of thing. Okay, when we see each other virtually. Okay, so after 20 seconds, yes, ended. Okay, so it was like almost also like 2 o'clock already, almost like towards the end of the time when I got to see Gem. Okay, so after that, that's a 2 o'clock, 2:30 schedule, in which station one is Dana and station two is Marie, Marie. Okay, like that. So I decided to see Marie first. Okay, and I decided to use two tickets for Marie, as I mentioned before in vlog on my first vlog, down day one, as I wanted to spend quality time with her. This is the first time that I'm virtually handshaking her. Though in the past, before she actually rejoined the MNL48, I've actually seen her face to face on her live, yeah. And this was like way before she rejoined the ML48. I actually upped, yeah, gone up to her live 3 times to sing her song. Yeah, I believe I sung 3 songs to her. Yeah, yeah. There you go. So, what were the songs? Can't recall right now. But yeah, she enjoyed it. She enjoyed my sort of like serenading her in a way. But yeah, so this is the first time I'm actually going to see her again ever since that time. Okay. So yeah, so I was able to get the link and go into Mari's room. And yeah, so I kind of like said, "Hi, nice seeing you again." Yeah, and she said the same. And she enjoyed my bow tie, saying I was cute and my outfit and all that. And so when I kind of mentioned this the first time saying, I think I'm not sure if it flew over her head, but I kind of mentioned that yeah, regarding the lives that I've already I kind of like mentioned regarding the lives that I haven't seen you since I've last upped in your life like that. And I think she mistook that for that I saw her during the first virtual handshake event. Yeah, she must have been thinking of something else or just misinterpreted what I was saying. Okay, and I kind of like corrected her that, oh no, no, this is the first time I actually seen you. I never saw you. I missed the opportunity to see you um, on the first virtual handshake event. Okay. Oh yeah, and she's kind of like thankful that I virtual handshake with her for the first time on this event. Yeah. So that's 40 seconds worth of time, quality time with Murray. Okay. Then going back, I got the link to Dana. Okay, and as I mentioned on the previous day one, I used 3 tickets. I will use 3 tickets for Dana. Yes, because she's kind of like one of those special Oshis, much like Princess and Rhea. Okay, want to spend a very good time, a minute's time with her. Okay, okay, and so when I was able to get that link and get into her room, uh, so I was kind of like waiting there with the host. I think his name was Wilfred. Was talking to me about you have 1 minute, you got 60 seconds with Dana. And when when Dana's camera went on, she was kind of like doing this with hard hands, and yeah, that kind of like that made me smile. Yeah, and she really appreciates me, supporting her, supporting the other members, and seeing all the members again with this virtual handshake, which I did during the last virtual handshake. And yeah, and I kind of like mentioned to her that I didn't think virtual hangout they do this early. I thought it would just be in 2023 like that. And yeah, and she found my outfit cute, the rainbow bow tie and the black shirt. And I also kind of mentioned, uh, that oh, this is what I if you notice a banner on my YouTube, this is what I'm actually wearing. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention during my time with Mari, I forgot to take off the glasses, and actually during my halfway through talking to Mari, I was still wearing the glasses. When I realized it, I took it off. Okay, so when Dana's came, that times came, Dana's time for me to meet her. I didn't have the glasses on. Okay, like that. And yeah, so she mentioned about my outfit and how she's actually a follower of my YouTube page. Yeah, Lock Robster. Okay, same name, and yeah, and she likes really watching my videos and all that. And she's the only member, much like the last virtual handshake, to notice the background. Yeah, this background, as you can see. She knows the poster again, since she knows that last time too. And I sort of like pointed it out where she was. Okay, can you see where she is on this poster, guys? There she is. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I pointed it out to her. Uh, where she is on that poster. But yeah, it's nice of Dana to notice uh, these uh, these little things. These little things, and you're very appreciated, Dana, and you're a very, how to call this, a very good Oshi to support. Okay, because in a way you kind of like return back the love that we gave you. Okay, so there you go. So that's my 1 minute with Dana right there. Okay, and going okay, going on to the next schedule, which is 2:30 to 3. Okay, okay, which is station 1G and station 2 Sheki. Okay, so I decided to use 1 ticket each for each girl. Okay, so I believe it was at this point that I decided to change my bow tie. Oh, I forgot to show my bow tie. Well, besides the picture, this is the actual bow tie that I used. Okay, during the first half of day 2, and I decided to switch up to a different bow tie. Okay, and let me see here. Let me show you the picture. I actually took a picture of that actual time. Okay, one moment. I have to scroll up to get to the picture. There you go. I actually took those 2 pictures I showed you. This is the second one. Yeah, yeah. So I actually took that picture so I could show everybody in the group chat. Yeah, of what I was actually, wearing that particular on day 2 for the virtual handshake event. Yeah, since I was the only one of that group, of my group. NFT48 to actually attend the uh, the virtual handshake event. Yeah. Okay, so I decided. So going back to during the time of 2:33 p.m. with G and Sheki, I decided to change my bow tie to this. Okay, all right, there you go. I see in the picture. Yeah, this is the bow. Okay, and this is actually a very complicated bow tie because it's not. It's kind of loose, so I had to like really attach it around my neck, like so it won't fall off. Yeah, this because the way it's the hooks are not hooking. Yeah, properly. So yeah, but yeah, I only wore that bow tie once at an event at our church. Yeah, and that's actually the second time that I wore it just for this event. Okay, so I decided to go first to G. Okay, and yeah, so there, I got the link to G and went to see her, and yeah, and she was as usual. She's very pretty, pretty as ever, and I kind of mentioned that to her as well, and she mentioned that oh, I look really cute in my bow tie in my outfit. I like that, and she also mentioned that if I was going to the concert, and she really wanted to see me, she already likes to meet her fans, personally, so she could attach a face to the name. Though she's already seen my face on my videos, yeah, but it's different um, to see you personally and meet you personally than just like this, okay, like this virtually, yeah. And I told her, "You'll see me soon. Yeah, I plan to come home soon. Okay, just wait for it." Okay, yeah. So that's yeah. Besides saying, geez, there's no doubt that she's pretty. She's always, that type of girl. And as a matter of fact, when I in her last Kumu live that I visited, okay, I was there. I kind of like mentioned that G was one of two members that once she joined MNL48 gave it a kind of maturity, yeah, that was not present before. So G and Liza, to be precise, yeah, there were because these two members really, show the stage of maturity, okay, between them that, to me, at least in my opinion, MNL48 didn't happen. When they joined, it's like, ooh, okay, this is a very different group with these two in it. Okay, yeah. So there you go. Okay, I'm not sure how you guys you want to comment on that regarding it's true or not, but yeah, G herself kind of explained in that particular Kumu live that she's actually holding back a bit since joining MNL48. Okay, well, I should not say much. Okay, just go watch the recording of that particular live. Okay, okay. So after that, 20 seconds with G, going down to Sheki. So there you go. Got the link. Went in there, and yeah. So what? It's almost like the same thing with Annie. She's very, enthusiastic of seeing me again, and she kind of like mentioned Sheki. Kind of like mentioned that she missed seeing me since the last time she saw me was at the No Way Man uh, virtual meet and greet event back in March, April. I think April. Yeah, March, back in April. Yeah, yeah. When she first saw me in my pink bow tie, like that, she always kept calling me cute, and she continues to do that, seeing me in my bow tie in my outfit and like that. Yeah, so that's very nice of Shaki to say. Yeah, because yeah, it's not like it's I'm glad that I actually did that. Wearing the bow tie and stuff, so I could be memorable to the members. I believe I mentioned that on my first uh, vlog regarding that on day one. Yeah. Okay, so that's my 20 seconds of checking. Okay, so time for the time of 3 p.m. to 3:30 schedule. So on station 1 is Cole, station 2 is CJ. Okay, So yeah, so I decided to see Cole first. Okay, the baby tower. Okay, and finally got the link um, uh, for her room and went in, and yeah, and I know. I think she's really looking forward to seeing me. Yeah, because she's kind of happy too, much like Andy and Shecky and all that. That kind of like I get that feeling, that that feeling from them. You know that they're waiting for me to show up and all that. Yeah, and once again I got Cole there. Saying I was cute with my outfit and my bow tie once again, and he said it's really nice to see you again after quite some time. And she kind of mentioned also the concert, and she was asking me if I was come, and I had to apologize that I'm not able to go. Yeah, but that she truly understood because being far off and all that, and it's not really easy uh, to just go up and go over there and do stuff. If it's within my power or my ability, I know that I would do it in a heartbeat, but not at that moment. Okay, so yeah, so that was my 20 seconds with Cole, and now going on to CJ on station two. Okay, so got her link, went in, and there you go. So yes, saw CJ, and she's actually one of those, you could say that these third gens, uh, third gens are really amazing. You know that I'm not sure if I mentioned before, but they're really amazing because they seem to have really um, adapted or blended well within the group, and they really got the MNL48 like fan base growing because of their when they got introduced, okay, into and joined the main group of MNL48. Yeah, so CJ is one of those girls that is always um, very uh, sort of also like the smiley faced type of person, and enthusiastic as well. Okay, and once again, she's also happy to see me, and she kind of mentioned that she's really happy for uh, of me giving my support to her and visiting not just her Kumu lives, but also the other girls' lives as well. Okay, yeah. So I remember the first time I actually met virtually met CJ during the second virtual handshake event, and she was actually the first one up, uh, up in line during that first day. And the conversation there, I'm not even sure if it's a conversation because it was so brief. It was only the 20 seconds, but even though this is 20 seconds, the second time I'm seeing her for virtual handshake event, um, it was more fruitful than the first time. So yeah, so I really appreciate her um, conversing me in that way or talking to me in that way, that showing her appreciation for a fan. Okay, yeah, there you go. And I appreciate her as a member as well. So yeah, like I said, their gens are different. Okay, all right. So that ends my 20 seconds with CJ. So we go on to the 3:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. Schedule, and station one scheduled is Amy, and station two is Rachel. Okay, so this is my first time seeing Amy. Okay, after missing her during the last two virtual handshake events. During the first one, I didn't take the opportunity to meet her. Okay, the second one she wasn't there because she was doing another event with fans, so she wasn't able to attend the second virtual handshake event. But now she's here, and I'm determined to make the most of it since I'm giving her two tickets, for a nice talk with her. Okay, so I got her link to her room and entered her room. Okay, to my surprise, when her camera opened, she was not at the office like the other girl. She was at home. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so I kind of introduced myself in a way like, oh, hello Amy, nice meeting you for the first time ever, like that. Yeah, and once again, as usual, because of my outfit. She found very cute, especially the bow tie. And during her conversation with me, since she was at home, it turns out she was sick. That's why she was at the office. She was sick, she was resting at home, and still decided to participate in the virtual handshake event. I mean, why not? You know? And the problem with that was her audio was cutting off and on. So when she was talking, I couldn't understand her, and I had to tell her, Amy, yung audio mo, yung audio mo putol-putol. Ganon. So she kind of like talks slowly, and uh, how Amy talks fast. But yeah, so she was able to talk slowly, so I could understand what she's saying. Yeah, she mentioned that she was sick, kind of like that, and also I know she tried to say a lot of things, but because of the audio problems with her uh, with her camera and all that, or technology of Zoom. Yeah, I uh, okay. I think she mentioned regarding if I'm going to be at the concert like that, and pretty much, I tried my best to understand her, despite the problems. But despite that, and despite it being 40 seconds, it was worth it to see Amy for the very first time. Okay, so there you go. So that ends my 40 seconds with Amy. Okay, next up is Rachel. Okay, Rachel. Si Mahal. Okay. And me again, Ninong Rom, going in to see my inaanak. Okay, this is a play we always do on Kumu. Okay, so, got her link, went into the room, and there she is. Bukas ng camera, naka-post na siya agad eh. And yeah, and she's always happy to see me again since the last time. And that she kind of mentioned that uh, na hindi niya dala payong niya. Okay, dala na. Hindi niya, because we have this thing, me and Rachel, during her Kumu lives. It's because when I want to give her a diamond shower, I always ask for her umbrella or yung payong. O yung payong. Iko-comment ko lang, alam niya na ibig sabihin nun. So yeah, it's almost like a secret thing between me and her. So she kind of mentioned that regarding the payong. She hindi niya dala. Okay, kung bibigyan ko siya ng diamond shower, hindi niya malalabas yung payong. And I kind of mentioned, ay, hindi ko magagawa yun dahil wala namang gift button dito. So like, yeah, so she pretty much laughed at that comment of mine. Yeah, there you go. And oddly enough, she didn't mention about my outfit or my bow tie or the concert itself. Okay, but yeah, but I guess I didn't really mind it. But you know, you get, how do you call this? It's just so much to be cute all the time. Okay, it's a good thing she didn't mention that. So yeah, I appreciate it, Rachel. Okay, so that's my 20 seconds with Rachel. Okay, so now we go to the last scheduled time here on day 2, which is the 4 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., in which Abby is the only person available for station 2. Okay, so at that time, I suddenly realized that oh, I should ask again, Miss May or the admin, if Colleen is there and if she's available. Okay, to that I could meet her. Okay, so yeah, so I messaged her the admin privately, and unfortunately, she wasn't there. Okay, it's too bad. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so my hopes kind of sunk with that. But then again, they said I'd be able to see Gia, okay, and I told her, oh, I'd like to see Gia first before I see Abby. Okay, so 2 tickets for Gia. Okay, okay, and then later on when they got back to me, they said, oh, sorry, umuwi na si Gia. Oh God, 2 strikes. Oh God. So yeah, I really felt bad that time. I was so sad because, oh no, because in one of Gia's Kumu lives, I kind of like said that I promised to see her um, on the handshake event, and now I won't be able to. Okay, they kind of gave they said that she must have been an important. She had to go somewhere important. That's why she didn't stay in the office the whole day. So my quirk is, I guess, here, if they knew that I wanted to see her later on, since they said that I could, uh, how come they didn't tell her? Okay, how come they didn't tell her to stay and wait because one of your fans is waiting to see you? Okay, so I'm guessing they weren't able to tell. They didn't tell her. I guess they expected her to be there towards the end, since I guess most of the members hang out uh, towards the end, much like day one. Okay, so and okay, um, on her Como Live, actually in Gia, when I actually went to her Como Live to show myself. Okay, yeah, she kind of like said that she's kind of like upset that I didn't see her, and I kind of explained why, but na umuwi ka na daw. Pero sinabi niya nandun pa rin siya. But I'm thinking she means that she was there during the time when I was still seeing earlier members. Let's say like like Dana, because she said that she could still she could still hear me. Yeah, when I was talking to them, and I was kind of like surprised. Huh? How come you? But sabi nila na umuwi ka na raw. Okay, so I'm thinking she was talking about a different time that she hasn't gone home yet. But then later on, she went home later on, like towards the end now, since she had somewhere important to go, according to the admin. But yeah, I wish they could have informed Gia, earlier that, oh, there's still one more fan who wants to see you, and could you stay a little bit longer to see him? Yeah, or see me. They could use my name, whatever, like that. Yeah, but it's a shame. So because of that, I wasn't able to complete my record of being able to see every member of ML48. So yeah, so I was able to see Colleen. I was unable to see Gia. So and later on, I'll be able to see Abby, which is I'll be telling the story later on what happened there on my meet. So uh, all in all, I only saw 26 of 28 members on this virtual handshake event. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you miss the schedule. Okay, you miss the schedule, it's too late. Okay, like that. Okay, so what now? I still had one reserved ticket from Colleen and two reserved tickets for Gia. Okay, and what did I do? Those three tickets now go to Abby. All right, yes. And guess that. And guess what? I already reserved two tickets for Abby, so she gets a total of 5 tickets from me. Okay, and that's actually the first time that I'm giving that many tickets to one member. Okay, the most I've given is 3. Okay, and now Abby has that honor of getting more tickets on a virtual handshake from me, the locker officer. Okay, so yeah, so during that time I was in the waiting room, regarding Gia, regarding Colleen, like that, talking to the admin, and I think there were just like 3 fans there. One of them was actually Josh Ladran. Okay, like that. And later, when one fan left to get when she got her link to see Abby. Okay, so it's me and Josh, and I kind of like mentioned to Josh that oh, tawag dito, I'll be able to see Gia like that, and now total na 5 tickets. May kita ko si may meet ko si Abby like that, and yeah, and she said, okay, good luck, like that. Okay, so me and Josh, even though we're kind of like friends on Facebook, we haven't really, um, connected in such or talked about being M and loves like that. But this is the first time I actually kind of like communicated in a way, yeah, regarding my sadness and my how to say this, my anticipation of meeting uh, Abby, yeah, on the as the last person for day 2. Okay, so my link came up. I went to see Abby, and yeah, so Abby is like they're very sort of bubbly in a way, and seeing me again and seeing me in my bow tie like that, calling me cute once more, and she kind of like recalled the time, the last time she saw me with the bow tie, which is the pink bow tie, at the No Way Man meeting greet. Okay, like that. Yeah, and I kind of mentioned, oh yeah, this is blue. This is blue color, rather than the pink. Okay, and yeah, so she talked about me thanking me for being a big supporter of the group, of the members, and taking my time to see each one. Okay, like that, and she really appreciates it like that. And then later on, she kind of says that, uh, I would you like to say something? Baka naubos ako oras mo. Ganun. Oh, yeah. Like say, okay. Okay, so it was my turn to talk to her, and I kind of like, she didn't mention the concert, so I decided to mention it. So I just like to, since I've been apologizing the whole time, so I kind of like apologize to her now. I won't be able to go to the concert, yeah, because of, I just can't like that because whatever, like that, and she truly understood, to understand, that it's just not easy for one to go, where you want to be, rather than where you need to be at that moment. Yeah, like yeah. So yeah, so so very understanding si Abby. So ano siya? Tag dito. She's really you could say girlfriend material. Okay. Yeah, yun ang gusto natin sa mga girlfriend yung understanding. Yeah, talaga. I have to mention that again. Okay, to go, I guess, make this funny. All right. Yeah, so there you go. So that's my, how many? 140 seconds. Yeah, 140 seconds with Abby. And it was, time, the time was worth it, because we really had a long talk uh, at that time. And, it's not bad since she being the center, still the center like that. And in some ways, the leader. Okay. So, yeah, I didn't expect, to talk to her that long, but then because of circumstances, with what happened with Colleen and Gia, that it fell onto her to absorb the tickets, those 3 tickets, uh, and overall she got like 5 tickets. Yeah, so yeah, so as I mentioned before, she's the one member to get the most tickets out of me. Okay, there you go. So yeah, so that was it on my time, and before I actually left the room, I kind of like talked to the staff that I thanked them for doing this. That it's very appreciated, and I thought that we weren't going to be able to do the virtual handshake until 2023, but I thank them because this is the only way for me to actually um, see the girls, especially for those who are Team Malayo. So I thank the staff and everyone at HHE for all their hard work and dedication to this particular event. Yeah, and I was able to hear Wilson say, "Thank you, Sir Rob." Yeah, and there you go, and I signed off, and there we go. There you go. So that ends my experience with day 2 of the handshake event. Okay, it might not be, a very. I'm sure you find it incoherent sometimes when I talk because, well, that's the how to say this. Uh, that happens when you're working without a script. I'm just trying to pull everything out from my head, how I planned it in my head, or what I wrote in the notes. Okay, even though I hardly glanced at it and all that. Yeah. So yeah. So there you go. So it's very surprising that they did 2 virtual handshake events in 1 year. Okay, one being earlier in March, and now in November. Okay, yeah. So I highly appreciate it for HHE and the staff for putting it together. And I guess it's a way for showing how much they appreciate us foreign or Team Malaya fans. To give this opportunity for us to see the girls face to face, even though it's virtually. And whenever I really like these kind of events with the interaction and talking to them like that, and I appreciate that very much, because that's the only opportunity for me to show my love of being an MN love. Okay, there you go. So that ends that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my vlog here, and I hope you enjoyed it as much, even though you're to my incoherentness or my quirkiness or all that. Despite all that, I hope you guys, enjoyed it listening to my stories, and I really like telling stories. Okay, and this my YouTube channel, this vlog, gives me the opportunity to do so. Okay, and it's always my this is my closing. Always my intention to my how to call this. I expect other MN Labs to at least follow suit to tell their stories in their vlogs regarding their experiences at events like this. You know, uh, maybe because they didn't see everybody. Me, they'll see every member. Maybe they see one, two, three, five members, and all that. Maybe because that's what they could afford. Yeah, and it's uh, being here in America. I kind of like explain this to NFT48, to my group mates there, that you know the dollar really goes a long way. Of being to be able to participate in these kind of events, especially when you're far away. Yeah, and working in a foreign country like that. Okay. Okay, yeah, so there you go. So that's just a little side note there. And with that, let's just end it right here. Okay, see you on the next vlog or reaction video, guys. Bye.